21st of May 2024. Today I am using Dark Mansions Tarot. I'm giving them a shuffle here on the table in front of me because they do shuffle so nicely. We're asking the question of what do we need to know, what is important, what is relevant, and what is significant for today. Where do we need to be putting our attention? Where do we need to be putting our focus? On this day, Tuesday the 21st of May 2024. Grabbing a card at random if I can get it out, and the card that I have drawn is the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is the only we got two, right? I thought it felt a bit thicker in my hand, so we got two, right? So we'll look at the other one in a second. So the Knight of Pentacles is the only of the knights who's standing still. He's not making progress. Now, yesterday we had the card of progress about focusing on what, not sharing your knowledge with everybody, but focusing on where you need to be going and what you need to be doing. He's doing exactly that, okay? But he's taking a moment to observe his surroundings. He's taking a moment to take in, where am I? How far have I come? Where am I still going? What is the best route? He's paying attention to his journey. He's being in the moment, okay? And this is the message for us today. So it's okay to stop and to reevaluate. It's okay to stop and do a check-in with yourself. Let's see what our second mystery card is. Oopsie, I'm pulling out the wrong way. Which one do I need to remove? That one. Oh, look, it's the Knight of Wands. Oh, that is so funny. That is so funny. So we've got the first knight who's saying, hold a second. I'm going to just observe. I'm going to look around me. I'm going to see where I am. I'm going to see which is the best route to take, which is the best path to take. And then we've got the Knight of Wands who's like, to hell with that. I'm going anyway. So this tells me immediately this kind of push-pull kind of argument that you're having with yourself. There's a part of you that wants to progress and wants to move forward, like, and says, you know what, let's just get it done. Let's just get it done. But then there's this part of you that says, no, come on, let's be careful, let's be cautious, let's be mindful, let's be aware of who we are, what we are, and why we are. So the message today is about the internal struggle for progress. The internal struggle for progress. This, where you know that it's important to check in, that it's important to just look at where you are and what you're doing and why you're doing it, etc. But there's this other part of you that just says, I want to just get going. I want to just get busy. I want to do the things. Look at the determination on his face. Can you see that? The absolute determination on his face. He's not afraid of anybody. He's not afraid of anything. Whereas this guy, you know, he's being a little bit more mindful. He's being a little bit more cognizant. And he's sort of saying, all right, well, you know, let's look at our options. So there's an internal battle that you need to deal with today to find the balance on the in-between here. All right, let's get another card because this is quite interesting. And we always draw two cards. The fact that two came out at once is, you know, just bonus for you. Let's have a look. And I think that message of that internal conflict is just, it's just perfect. Right, let's see if we can get, these cards have got like a rose petal finish, so it is quite difficult to pick up just one at a time. So we have the Nine of Wands. Now, if you look at this card, it's like he's got this, I'm going to call it this fence, and he's holding one more pillar, one more stick of his fence, and he's trying to assemble. Now, look at this, his stance. He's standing very confidently, very securely, and very comfortably in himself. And it's almost like he's guarding. He's put this fence up as an extra measure of protection. This extra pole that he's holding is the last pole that he needs to put in. But if you look at his face and you look at like the hands on the hips and this kind of thing, he's sort of saying to everybody, well, you know, I am in control here. I am doing the things that I need to do. I am protecting whatever needs protecting. I'm not done putting up my things yet, okay? I still have a little bit to go. I still have one more piece to put into the ground, and once that piece is in, then I'm confident. But in the meantime, he's not feeling overly confident. So bringing us back to these two cards which are saying to us the struggle between looking at the plan, checking to see your progress, checking to see how you're doing, and getting busy is causing the conflict. And especially because you are so close. Especially because you are so close, you are so near to the end. You are so near to achieving and accomplishing that which you set out to. And you know what, like, I don't know if you've ever been on a long road trip and you find that the closer you get to your destination, the more excited you get, the more enthusiastic you get, and the driver tends to get a little bit more heavy footed, because the excitement of getting close to our journey or close to our destination, that motivation and that enthusiasm, it builds, it builds, it builds, until eventually we find ourselves, accelerating a little bit. And I think that's the message for us today, is to be mindful of this need to, or this desire to accelerate when we are so close to finishing, and to be mindful that maybe it could get us into trouble. So just pay attention to your environment, your surroundings, your progress. Notice how far you are, notice how much further you've got to go, or how less you've got to go, and don't be too quick to rush ahead, because in rushing ahead you could actually set yourself up for disappointment, because you are so close to victory. Friends, I do hope that you have an amazing day.